Key Transitions is another facet of your business. And I think I know for myself, I'm in my 30s, and I think our generation takes care of our parents. And a lot of times we have to move our parents and relocate them, maybe downsize. Maybe your parents are in a very large house and they want to go to a retirement community and be around people their own age and some friends. What do you do for that service? Can you tell me about Turnkey Transitions?
I'll let you start with that.
Absolutely. So what we found over the last couple of years is that folks who are moving, well, mainly we focused on the senior population, which we've since found out that that doesn't have to be our only focus, but let's talk about that for a minute. So most of these seniors have been living in their homes up to 15 to 50 years. And they're finding now that they either want to go to a retirement community or move into a smaller apartment just to have easy living. And what we found is that they get so stuck on their stuff. They look at all of the stuff that they've accumulated over the years. Everything's so important. This piece was with their first child, and this piece the other child grew up with. And so they really can't even get to a place of making a decision because all their stuff is in their way. And what we've been able to do is visit the senior at their home, discuss what's important, what would absolutely work in the place that we've helped them choose, because we can also talk about all the retirement communities in the areas and figure out what best suits them. And then we can take to the full transition. We will pack them and unpack them. We will design a completely new turnkey space so that when they walk into their new place, their towels are hung, their shower curtain is hung, their clothes are in their drawers, their bed is made, and it's, you know, walking into something that's completely finished and redesigned with all of their favorite things that they've held close to them over the years.
That's really taking all the stress out of the situation.
So we tend to function as another child of theirs in that we can execute the work that their kids might do without any of the psychological stuff going on, without the burden on the child who's probably working, excuse me, and the stress is taken off of the parent who can make decisions in a different way with someone who's objective and not part of the family. So it gives them a lot of freedom and, as you said, no stress to be able to execute.
Now, you have unique qualifications to handle something like that. Can you tell us a little bit
about
that?
I have
we're cute.
and very organized. So my background is nursing. I worked at University of Penn for 16 years in various subspecialties that really speak to the geriatric population and the population in general: cardiac surgery, orthopedics, anesthesia. And I made a career very effectively dealing with people who were ill, and as you know, a lot of the population is in that category. I work really well with senior adults, and I find that I get to do a lot of my nursing practice as I care for these people and execute in their homes. So I can anticipate their safety needs, I can anticipate their medical needs, and I can design a plan for them that looks at their current state of health onto the next 5 to 10 years. Oftentimes our clients, one of them will be needing medical care or perhaps recently had a surgery, or one of them is cognitively impaired with some mild dementia. And I really feel like we support that in a very special sort of way, understanding their needs, supporting the other mate who doesn't exactly understand everything that's happening. We take the burden off of these people in a physiologic and psychological way that's very, very meaningful. So that, coupled with my design sense and my certifications, it's the perfect marriage, really, of skill sets to be able to do that.
It really is, because I can imagine. I mean,
I have the best job going.
Because for them, I mean, for these people, it's got to be so stressful. Like you said, Kelly, they might have 50 years of things, and everything's important. Otherwise, you wouldn't hold on to it for 50 years. So you really sit down and, you know, people, I'm sure, get upset and everything else, but you can talk them through it and pick, you know, what's going to work best for their future.
We have some really effective operating procedures too. We're not in the home of the client any more than 5 hours in one day. I mean, that would be inappropriate for someone who's an older person because it takes them out of their sense of normalcy, right? So we've created a lot of very standard ways of practicing, all the way down to what we pack and don't pack, and how much you need, how many linens you need, and how many dishes and coffee mugs you need, and what that looks like. So we've created a really effective system that we can take across the board for most seniors and have it work really well.